President Uhuru Kenyatta, First Lady Margaret Kenyatta, and their delegation will touch down in the United States in the next hour. But preparations for Uhuru's meeting with his U.S. counterpart, Donald Trump, are complete, with major agreements expected between the two nations. Now, President Kenyatta is the second African leader to be invited to the White House under the Trump administration. But what's in it for Kenya? Our senior reporter, Jackie Maribe, is joining us now from Washington. Jackie, what do you have for us tonight?
That's right, Victoria. It has been a busy couple of days for the Advance Kenya delegation. And it is right now a couple of minutes past 2 o'clock in the afternoon DC time. And we are expecting President Uhuru Kenyatta will be here within the next hour or two. But in as far as the meetings that have been had over the past couple of days, preparing for President Uhuru Kenyatta's meeting at the White House with his host President Donald J. Trump, we speak to Foreign Affairs and International Trade Secretary Ambassador Monica Juma. This is what she had to say.
So the preparations have been almost two-stage preparations. Before we left Nairobi, had already had interministerial consultations to review the range of areas of partnership between Kenya and the United States. And so even before we left Nairobi, we already had a country position paper on most of those things. As we sit here, America is giving us the largest number of tourists. And we hope that with the launch of the direct flight 7 days a week, we are going to see larger numbers of Americans as well as Kenyans and other Africans, because clearly JKIA is going to be a hub for the one-stop flight into the USA.
Once President Kenyatta has that meeting with President Trump at the White House behind me on Monday, he will then have to very quickly dash back home to Nairobi, where he will be hosting British PM Theresa May. After that, he will be attending the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing. So a busy couple of days expected for him. But there's also the question of where this places Kenya on the global map.
Well, it means we are in a good place. I don't know whether you have heard of a country that does that kind of hosting in under 10 days. So it means we are in a good place. It means we are the country of choice in terms of partnership. And it's a lot of work, but it is good work. So we are going to be turning the president around very quickly. It's very strenuous, but it's because of the value that it brings.
Well, Victoria, that's your update from us here in Washington, D.C. But it is, as I said, afternoon here. So we will continue with our news gathering, and we'll be updating you even across our various platforms as and when President Kenyatta, the First Lady Margaret Kenyatta, and other government leaders make their way here to Washington.